How's it going, everyone? Nick here, and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be talking about the HEROES Act, the $3 trillion proposed stimulus package that will be voted on in the House tomorrow. This video is going to be talking about the rent and mortgage assistance portion of this bill. Now, you may have watched some videos on this portion already, specifically Meet Kevin's video that claims that there will be $0 free rent and free mortgage payments for a year. I just wanted to clarify some things that are actually in this portion of the bill because his title for that video makes it seem like you guys will be getting a free year's worth of rent and a free year's worth of mortgage payments that you don't have to pay back, and that is just not the case. So there are 4 different main sections of the rent and mortgage assistance portion of the HEROES Act. And those are emergency rental assistance, homeowner assistance fund, eviction ban, and residential mortgage forbearance. So I'll be going over those 4 sections, and I'm going to make it simplified. Some other sources and videos I've seen on this topic make it too complicated, and I want to make sure everyone understands what the bill is actually saying because it is long and wordy. Just as a quick reminder to support this video, go down, give it a like, and a comment. It would really mean a lot to me. And if you're not subscribed already, go down below, hit subscribe with the alert bell so you don't miss any stimulus package updates. Okay, so first up, we have the emergency rental assistance portion of this bill. So what this portion is actually doing, it's trying to protect from homelessness for lower income earners. So a portion of the funding to this bill would actually go towards government grants to low income earners. You would be eligible for these grants depending on the amount you earn compared to the area you live in. So a majority of this money would actually go towards earners that earn less than 30% of the median household income for their area. Then a smaller portion of the grant money would go towards individuals that earn 50% of the median household income for their area or less. And then lastly, 80% of the median household income or less. So this grant money is supposed to be for them paying their rent, paying their utilities, and basically keeping them afloat to be able to stay where they are living. I actually like this portion of the bill. I thought they were going to make it more like the proposed bill we saw a few weeks ago, where everyone was going to be given free rent and free mortgage for a year or months. So this is not like that, and I think this is a great portion of the bill that helps out those lower income earners, and it'll keep a roof over their head in case they lost their job or they have some income cuts. Okay, so second is the Homeowner Assistance Fund. So again, this portion of the bill is kind of meant for lower income earners with incomes that are less than 80% of the median household income for an area. Now, I won't go over this portion too much because there is a lot of jargon in it and it is very complicated to understand. So basically, the Homeowner Assistance Fund would give the ability for mortgage principal or interest rates, as well as property taxes and other fees, to be reduced. So if this bill is actually passed into law, the federal government is going to be giving the states the power to actually distribute this money and kind of take charge of it. So if this is passed, be on the lookout for your specific state. Okay, so in the HEROES Act, there also is an eviction ban. So it would call for a ban on evictions if you cannot pay your rent. Now, this will be up to a year from when the bill is passed and signed. After that year is up, if you still can't make your rent payments, you have 30 days to actually leave and vacate the property. Now, just as a quick note, this is only if you cannot pay. If you break any other part of the rental agreement you sign, you still can be evicted. And the fourth part of this rent and mortgage assistance program within the HEROES Act is actually a residential mortgage forbearance program. So just quickly, for those of you that don't know what mortgage forbearance is, it's basically when your mortgage servicer lets you reduce or stop payments altogether for a certain amount of time because you're not able to pay them. Now, you are liable to pay this all back. So this residential mortgage forbearance basically covers any mortgage, and if you go delinquent on your mortgage, you will receive an automatic mortgage forbearance for 60 days. You can then request more forbearance up to 120 days, and then a second time up to a year if you still cannot make your mortgage payments. Now, to get mortgage forbearance, all you have to do is actually go to your mortgage servicer and say you have some financial hardships and you can't pay your mortgage right now, and they cannot question it, they can't fight back, they have to give you forbearance. Now, let's just say you have the case where you request forbearance up to a year, you get that year, you won't actually have to pay that back until the very end of your loan. So let's say you have 10 more years left on your mortgage, you won't actually have to pay it till the end of the 10 years. Now, I've heard different information on this, but let's just say you do go into forbearance for a year, you will then be expected to pay those 12 months of mortgage payments at the end of your loan, but I'm not sure if that's going to be in one lump sum or if it's going to actually add a full year for you to pay onto the end. That hasn't been clear to me, so if you guys know that answer for sure, put it down below in the comments. And I think the best thing about this is that no negative information can actually be reported to go on your credit report if you do go into forbearance. Now, that was not the case before. If you were on mortgage forbearance, it would actually be sent, it would be on your credit report and your score would drop by 20 or 30 points. Now, this residential mortgage forbearance is actually where some people are trying to trick you guys and saying you'll get a free year of mortgage and a free year of rent, but in reality, you're gonna have to pay this back, and this will not really fall towards any renters. If you're owning a property and you go through mortgage forbearance, usually you will not make your renter stop paying as well. All right, so those were the 4 main portions of the rent and mortgage assistance portion of the HEROES Act. I hope I simplified it well enough, and if you guys have any questions on anything I went over, definitely go put it down below in the comments. Be sure to like this video so I know that I should continue to make these type of videos. And if you are not subscribed already, be sure to go subscribe, hit the alert bell. I post almost every day. Go check out my newly renovated channel page and have a great one.